the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight as the OP Racing Grand National Series brings you the Miller Ham Special presented by Tyler Miller. Qualifying is underway, and Richard Sanchez in the 510 takes the green flag for his first qualifying lap. I'm going to see how all of this shakes down and what is our final race in the regular season. It is time to get it done if you haven't done so just yet, because the playoffs, the championship contenders, they will be decided here tonight. So the 510 of Richard Sanchez making his way off of turn number 4 and on to the front stretch for his one-timed lap through the tri-oval and heading for the start-finish line. As Sanchez across the line, he takes over the top spot as he was the first one across the start-finish line, but Eric Laurie wasting no time to take that spot away. David Booth in the 77, up in the second. Sanchez falls to third, Jimmy Reynolds fourth, and fifth is Nate Warren. Monday night's race winner, the 13 of Andy Brigante, making his way through the tri-oval and heading for the start-finish line. And Andy gonna post a time good enough to be inside the top 10 for the moment. Logan Helton coming away with the top spot at a 54.09. BK Anderson in the 32. Anderson rolling around trying to get his race car qualified as he gets that full speed. Gabe Butler in the 88. Now your new pole sitter with a 54.02. JD Crow in the 5. Crow working through the tri-oval, and JD gonna flash across the start-finish line, and he gets the green flag there. So JD had to take an extra lap for the timing and scoring showed that he was on his one qualifying lap, but he obviously took a reset at one point. Jim Mayer in the 95. That Purdy AMS 95 Chevrolet Camaro onto the front stretch, and he is making his way to the green flag for his qualifying effort. Gabe Butler right now holding on to that pole position at a 54.02. 16 race cars have posted a race time. Brian Wing out of Vancouver, British Columbia. Wing, the lone Canadian in this group, making his way to the start-finish line through the tri-oval, and Brian in the 0.5. Well, his qualifying time gonna need another lap. Gosh dang it. They're fooling me. These guys are being extra tricky. Speaking of extra tricky, Peter DeBorgia continuing his trend of running legendary paint schemes. DeBorgia sporting a Hunter Reynolds wrap paint scheme, and that number 40 going for a 1 minute 9 second lap time. We'll see how close he can get. Hunter Reynolds, the 26, the original Reynolds wrap 26, finding himself in second place in qualifying. Jim Mayer up into third, so Logan Helton falls to fourth. Eric Laurie rounding out your top 5 in qualifying for the moment. Alan Fritsch chiming in. How you doing, Alan? Thank you very much for saying hello. Glad to see you out there in the chat room. I would say we need to know who your favorite driver is, but you've already got it covered. 44, Anthony English. His race car is up to speed, and he is making his way around this Talladega Super Speedway. Mark Mann in the 04 coming to get the green flag. His 22 cars have taken a timed lap. Anthony English up into fourth. Les Levy in the 62, gonna shut his car down. Not sure what happened to Les, but he is slowed down for the moment. Checking in now on the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. And the 33 gonna go across the start finish line, and Jeff Crosby Jr. up into sixth. Mark Mann qualifying into the top 5. 04 with a little bit better lap time. Richard Kuhn in the 47, trying to be the 26th driver to take a qualifying time and put it on the board. How you doing, Miss Kathy Grimes, Miss Michelle? Thank you very much, guys, for saying hello. I appreciate that. Gets lonely up here in the broadcast booth. I need you all to let me know you're watching. With that being said, we are gonna step away for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Talladega as we line up the field for the Miller Ham Special here tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. The moment you've all been waiting for. Let's get right into tonight's starting lineup. Gabe Butler in the 88 on the inside of row number 1, and to his outside, that is the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Row number 2 will be the 95 of Jim Mayer and the 44 of Anthony English. Row number 3 will be the 04 of Mark Mann, and to his outside, the 63 of Logan Helton. Row 4, the 33 of Jeff Crosby, and the 071 of Eric Laurie. Row 5 will be the 77 of David Booth and the 5 of J.D. Crow. Row number 6 will be Cody Nagels and Zach Workman on the outside. Row 7 will be the 510 of Richard Sanchez, and to his outside, well, that is none other than the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Row number 8 will be the 13 of Andy Brigante, Monday night's race winner, and Dave Hunt in the 53 to his outside. Row number 9, Casey Gilchrist in the 013, and Travis Elliott in the 51. Row 10, the 47 of Richard Kuhn and the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Row 11 will be the 24 of Tyler Miller, tonight's race patron, and the 42 of Nate Warren. Row 12, the 46 of David Overstreet and Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15 in the outside of row number 12. Row 13, Peter DeBorgia in the 40 and Sean McCara in the 71. Brian Wang, the lone Canadian, and Les Levy make up row number 14. Row 19 will be BK Anderson and Dude Conrad in his first start of the season. Ernie Williams, Andrew Schroeder make up the final full row, and then Lynn McNeese in the 33rd and final starting spot for tonight. Field making its way through turns 3 and 4. Doug chiming in saying, good luck, David. Two cars who did not make it to the grid in time. That was Logan Helton and Les Levy. As the field is stacked up behind the 88 and the 26. Into the start zone they go. Green flag is out. And we are underway for the first time tonight here in the Miller Ham Special. The 88 of Gabe Butler down on the bottom. He's got the 95 of Jim Mayer working hard on his back bumper. Butler in the 88 holding on to the lead throughout the back stretch, now through 3 and 4 and onto the front stretch. Looks like he is going to lead the first lap of the race. Gabe Butler in the 88 has the 95, the Hall of Famer, pushing on him, and across the line he goes. So give that first lap lead to the 88. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, leading his second lane. Started in the outside row. He continues to ride along right there. Anthony English in the 44, pushing on his back bumper. Already got 3 laps in the books. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at our race info here tonight. 9 of our 16 drivers are locked in. This is the final race in the regular season, so quite a few spots still open. Les Levy versus Eric Laurie coming into tonight's race. Those 2 drivers are tied, with the tiebreaker going to Eric Laurie. Eric Laurie currently above the cutoff line, Les Levy down below it. And man, I'll tell you, Les Levy not having a good start as he missed the start and has not been able to make it out onto the track yet. So I'm going to have to give that one to Eric Laurie for the moment. 1 stage at the halfway mark, and 1 fast repair available to the drivers here tonight. Going 3 wide here at Talladega. A lot of room to have that option. Fastest lap of the race so far, that is the 32 of BK Anderson, as he has turned a 49.79. The 88 of Gabe Butler down on the inside. Qualified on pole, led the first few laps, and now has decided to drop to the tail end of the field. So Gabe Butler in the 88 falls to the back. Zach Workman in the 19 picks him up, and we'll see what the 88 has in store. That's going to give the lead to the 95 of Jim Mayer, and the 26 of Hunter Reynolds on the outside, trying to take that race lead away. Up on the high side, that is the John Deere 071 of Eric Laurie, using that third lane to try and make some progress to the front of the field. Tyler Miller in the 24 going to slice up in front of Eric Laurie. only one car out of the race right now, and that is the 62 of Les Levy. We'll see if he can get out there, but he has chimed in saying that crap, he missed the start. I don't think he's going to be making it out here tonight. Les, thank you very much for saying hello in YouTube chat. Of course, Donald Sadusky out here as well. He is rooting for Bootnaka. No teams really exist here on Wednesday night, but that doesn't mean that they don't have some affinity for each other. Monday night is where the team rules come into play. Wednesday night, a little bit more laid back on the restrictions and who can be in what team and whatnot. No team limit, so quite a few drivers all getting hooked up. The 6, Cody Nagel is now working his way to the front. Zach Fritsch in the 12, battling for the race lead. That's going to make Alan Fritsch very happy. Kevin Nagels has said hello, and so hi, Kevin. Your driver now down to the inside. He must have got scared. Cody gets scared easy. It happens. Alyssa rooting for the 33 and the 15, so let's check in on the 33 as he has got some issue right now. He is down below racing line and off the pace, but gathers it back in. There's the 33 of Crosby Jr. Crosby Sr., meanwhile, a little bit further back in the 15 Sunoco. Monday night's race winner, Andy Brigante, in a very big moment for him last Monday night. Picked up his first win in OP Racing. So Andy was super pumped to have that happen. And right behind him is the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. And then we have one car who's bringing up the tail end of the lead lap, but he is working with the only car one lap down. That is the 40 of Peter DeBorgia, who is last car on the lead lap. The 63 of Logan Helton is the first car one lap down. They are a little bit towards the tail end of the field here. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. They are 31st and 32nd out of 32 cars out on the speedway. As the field makes its way through the trial, the 071 of Eric Laurie and the 24 Tyler Miller are your race leaders. Les Levy pointing out that the team couldn't afford new tires, so had to start and park. Miss Mara, I don't know if I've said hi to you yet, but how you doing? Hello? I think I've mentioned to everybody now that has talked to me, and you don't have to talk to me. I appreciate when you do. But I absolutely do want you. Oh, the 44 almost getting into trouble there. All right, back to my thought. Hey, you don't have to talk to me, but I do absolutely appreciate it. And I for sure want you to cheer for your favorite driver. So keep up the chat, guys. Let these drivers know that you are rooting for them. Some of them do have the broadcast playing in the background, but most of them will come back and watch, and they can see when you are chatting, cheering for them. So yeah, let them have it when they make a mistake, when they do something good. Man, let them know. JD Crow in the 5, trying to catch up to the back end of Casey Gilchrist. We're working lap 13 of 70. Coming up on green flag pit stops here. Randy Lee Booth cheering for David Booth. How you doing, Randy? Randy Lee. David Booth in the 77, finding himself tucked in behind the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. As we were settling into 2 wide, now we're going to go 3 wide with JD Crow. Ooh, Hunter Reynolds jumped up there. Josh Medlock saying hello. How you doing, Josh? Josh from Max Speed TV. If you guys haven't heard of Max Speed TV, then probably haven't been watching a whole lot of iRacing broadcasts. As we are 3 wide. Alan wants to know what kind of beverages I am having, and they are cold. That's all I'm going to say. They're cold and they are frosty. As Jimmy Reynolds in the Sebastian Marin tribute paint scheme, as he is helping support Sebastian, as Sebastian is down in Puerto Rico right now, and Puerto Rico being hammered by a Shrek character. Hurricane Fiona came through and made a big old mess of Puerto Rico and a whole lot of islands down in the Caribbean. Not been a pleasant time, especially since Puerto Rico really hasn't recovered from Maria. They hadn't fully recovered. Mostly got there, and now they're being hammered once again. John McCara in the 71. Leading the race now, and at the inside lane, Travis Elliott in the 51 right behind him. Dave Hunt in the 53. The Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University race car finding itself in the middle lane. So the question becomes, who is going to hit pit road first? Quite a few times we have seen first group of cars on the pit road. When the cycle completes, they end up in the race lead. But it can be close from time to time. But when that first group hits pit lane, the second group has to follow them. And everyone has to work together and get on the pit road cleanly. No speeding penalties, and then get off of pit road as a group. So the field really stretching it in the deep territory of this run. Logan Helton still the only car not on the lead lap. Peter DeBorgia still working with Logan Helton. Other than that, this entire field, minus the 8 of Dude Conrad, everyone else tucked into this tight pack. So Ernie Williams in 29th spot currently finds himself 3.4 seconds behind the race lead. Dude Conrad just losing the draft on the previous lap as we got one car peeling off for pit road. Now make it to the 15, heading for pit lane. We'll join the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. Dude Conrad, who just lost the draft, he pulls on to pit road as well. This is now the 91 of Ernie Williams and the 13 of Andy Brigante. Got to catch up to the pack here, because we're going to start seeing a lot of these guys hit pit road. The 23-17 of Jimmy Reynolds. He is the race leader, and he is going to peel off for pit road. Here comes a big pack of race cars on the pit lane. It is going to get busy. As everyone waited to the last moment to hit pit road to try and stretch the fuel as far as they could. A one-stop stage number one. That is what they are after. Richard Sanchez, first one off of pit road, but he missed his pit box. That is trouble for the 510. And Reynolds holds on to the race lead. Everyone is down and away. Andrew Schroeder in the 48. Once he came down pit road, he has not left pit lane. So Sanchez, the race car up ahead. Jimmy Reynolds, your race leader, once Sanchez comes back down pit road. Well, now give it to the 51 of Travis Elliott and the 12 of Zach Fritsch pushing hard on him. They drop down to the inside, right in front of the 23 of Jimmy Reynolds. All right, so first round of green flag pit stops done and over with. That will be the only stop these guys make here in stage number one. Even if the caution flag comes out, you might see someone in the back half of the field hit pit road and go for track position to start off stage number two. But the driver who's going to win stage number one, not going to hit pit road anytime soon. New fast lap of the race being turned by 013 at Casey Gilchrist. 49.633. Best lap of the race so far here tonight. He's tucked in behind the 19 of Zach Workman. They're up into that top lane. 3 wide racing right now. Don't worry, we got room for 4, even 5 wide. Plenty of room for it here at Talladega. Ooh, Hunter Reynolds in the 26. Big wiggles, big move. Hunter Reynolds wants the race lead, and he is going to take it away from the 51 of Travis Elliott. The 12 of Zach Fritsch down to the inside. Not sure what was going on there for Fritsch. He was down below the racing line. Looked like a couple cars checking up, coming up off the corner. And now the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. is the race leader. Biggest mover of the race right now, that is the 32 of BK Anderson. He is up in that third lane out in front of the 19 of Zach Workman. But BK Anderson up 24 spots from where he qualified. And he is working his way forward. He wants to try and win this stage. As we're coming up on the stage end, let's take a look at the drivers who have won stages so far here tonight. Not tonight, this season. Sebastian Marin 3 stage wins to his credit. Josh Milam, 2 stage wins. And then Mark Mann, Cody Nagel, Zach Workman, John Stevens, Jeff Crosby Jr., and Jim Mayer all have 1 stage win to their credit. And we talked a little bit about points and the cutoff being very hotly contested. So with troubles for the 62 of Les Levy doing a start and park. The 62 and the 071 of Eric Glory started this race tied for that cutoff spot. But Eric Glory has the clear advantage over Les Levy. Now that does not mean that Eric Glory is in. We still have the race to get through. Anthony English, Mark Mann, Sebastian Marin, Nate Warren, Tyler Miller, Dave Hunt, all of them still have to fight tooth and nail to hold on to their spot and get locked into the playoffs. Working lap 25 of 70. This race has been green flag from the start. Travis Elliott in the 51 up in the third lane has lost all sorts of momentum, but now slides back in as we get to 2 wide. Peter DeBorgia Dude Conrad, Logan Helton, all right here. They have lost the lead pack along with Jeff Crosby Sr. and Richard Sanchez. So they are just trying to get to the end of the stage. They want to get to the end of the stage and get bunched back up. Three wide racing action. Cody Nagel's in the 6, who has been in and out of the race lead a couple of times already here in stage 1. Takes over the top spot once again. This stage is going to end at the completion of lap 35. Do have another group that has fallen back just a little bit. This is David Overstreet leading this second group of drivers. They are in 19th spot and on back. 19th through 26th with the 88 of Gabe Butler, a pole sitter, finding himself at the tail end of this group. Elliott in the 51 working that outside lane, trying to take over the race lead. in the final few laps here, who do you think is going to win the stage? Let me know in YouTube chat whether it's your favorite driver or whether you think it is a very educated guess as to who is going to win the stage. Doesn't matter to me. I won't let them know that you betrayed them. You betrayed your favorite driver. Like, okay, if you think your favorite driver is Les Levy, he's not going to win the stage at this point. It's okay to say someone else. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Cody Nagels in the 6, down on the inside lane. Got to be the heavy favorite right now. But you all know as well as I do, just because you are out in front for the moment doesn't mean you are going to come across the start-finish line with the stage win. Kevin Nagels cheering for the 6. He thinks the number 6 is going to win the stage. I like it. It's a good pick. That 6 has been up front multiple times here tonight. And he has a tendency to, once he's up front, to not fall back. Oh, contact between Kuhn and McCara. Somehow they hold on to it. All right, so one vote for the 6 for the stage win. I don't know about you, but we might have a caution, and that could change things up depending on how the cars lie when the yellow flag comes out. The 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. staying committed to the back bumper of the 6. Hunter Reynolds right behind him. So Les Levy was a start and park. Andrew Schroeder pulled off onto pit road after doing 17 laps. Richard Sanchez, Logan Helton off the lead lap. Logan Helton 1 lap down, Sanchez 2 laps down. $29 cars on the lead lap. Jeff Crosby Sr., the last car on the lead lap. The John Boy Media 013 of Casey Gilchrist starting the rim ride, starting to try and build some momentum in that third lane. Can't count out that third lane just yet. If they get that momentum going, they're going to find a way to the front of this field. And as I'm talking about them, they blend down into the second lane. So that third lane looks like it is not a viable option just yet. But hold on to your hats. We got 2 laps to go here in stage number 1. Our only stage break coming at the completion of lap 35. Les Levy says he is negotiating for tires. He still has a shot at winning the stage. Yeah, I don't think he's done math recently, but I like his positive attitude. Kevin Nagels says he could never root against his son. Hey, I get it. That 6 has been a stout car. It's a good solid pick one way or another, but here we go. That 6 out in front, trying to lead the 44 and the 26. We're going to have one more time around for stage number 1. Jim Mayer going to shove the 26 across the line first. Hunter Reynolds now clears everyone. He drops down to the middle lane. He's in front of Anthony English in the 44. English going to stay tucked into his back bumper. Here they come off at turn number 2. Richard Coons making some moves. Cody Nagels in the 6 falls back a little bit, and that allows Hunter Reynolds to drop down in front of him. Now English to the top side. I told you that third lane would come in. Anthony English into the top lane. But down on the bottom, Hunter Reynolds in the 26. He is going to try and win stage number 1. Cody Nagels makes a move to the outside. And at the line, it is going to be the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. As the field woes it up. Everyone waiting for the pace car to come around and catch up to the field so that they can hit pit road. Making their way off of turn number 4, and the pace car has decided to take a leisurely stroll to the front of this field. And so everyone having to slow their pace. Oh, good! The pace car finally decided to show up. All right, so everyone on the pit road. And we'll talk to our stage 1 winner as soon as he is done with his pit stop. I've learned my lesson. I don't need to distract these guys any more than what we already do. Four tire stop for Hunter Reynolds. Gonna lose 2 spots because of that, but he is down and away. So let's take a moment now to key up our radios and talk to our stage 1 winner. Hunter, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Oh man, I'll tell you what, it's going about as good as you could expect for calling a race here on a Wednesday night. You're our stage 1 winner, and so I think you're doing a bit better than me.
Well, I mean, I guess we're both doing pretty good then, yeah. It's pretty wild out here tonight. Cars are all over the place. Everybody else is all over the place. A third lane's quick. Everybody's getting hot, pushing, shoving, having a great time, yeah.
All right, well, you said things are a little bit hectic, a little bit wild out there. So what's the attitude of the drivers? How are you feeling? How's the vibe?
The vibe, for me personally, I'm straight vibing right now. Everybody else, I don't know, we're throwing blocks out here and just having a good time. It is, if I am correct, it's the last regular season race, so people who haven't won yet, trying to get in the playoffs. I get it, I'm just out here for a good time, but I'm gonna race hard with these boys, and we got 34 laps to go. It's gonna be a fun one, that's for sure.
All right, man. Well, you win stage number 1. Got a few laps to go before the end of this race. So how is it going to play out? We saw everyone break at the last moment on the pit road. Do you think we're going to see that again here in the final stage?
I assume we're all going to be pitting together. We got almost a full tank to run out here, but everyone's got 1 stop left, so we're all probably going to be pitting together and see who can get with their teammates and come out the quickest. So, granted, there's no cautions, which we'll see about that, but yeah, it'll be interesting, that's for sure.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you. Any shout outs or thank yous you'd like to give?
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank all the boys, FSR. I'd like to thank everybody in Elias. I'd like to thank James Mayer, pushed me to the stage there, Crosby too. Anthony School. I'd like to thank everybody watching out there for me. I'd like to shout out Kendra, Trent, rest of the family. Appreciate you guys. I'd like to thank you, Been Booth KR, do an awesome job. I'd like to thank everybody else checking out the broadcast. Appreciate y'all. Leave a like, and I'm out of here. Have a good one.
That is Hunter Reynolds, our stage 1 winner. Uh-oh. I put him in the wrong room. All right, got him there. Okay. Sorry, Hunter. Lights are out on the safety vehicle that iRacing has come up with. All right, here we go. A little bit of housekeeping. Richard Sanchez, Logan Helton, Andrew Schroeder, and Les Levy not on the lead lap. Sanchez out on the speedway. Logan Helton out on the speedway. Andrew Schroeder out of the race. Les Levy a starting part. Sanchez and Helton both 1 lap down, so they will be battling with each other to get the free pass. Pace car down and away. Road number 1 for this restart. That is the 6 of Cody Nagels and the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Road 2, the 26 of Hunter Reynolds and the 24 of Tyler Miller. Tonight's race patron. That's why it's called the Miller Ham Special at Talladega. Green flag is in the air, and away we go once again. Les Levy starting to sound a bit dejected, like he may not be able to get that negotiation for tires in. He lets us know it's going to be a bit tough to win the race. Yeah, mathematically it's pretty hard because you need quite a few yellows. But the laps aren't there anymore. Not mathematically. Sorry, Les. I think your night is done. Cody Nagels in the 6, battling with the 33 of Crosby Jr. for the race lead. On board with the 95 of Jim Mayer as we look at the 24 of Tyler Miller. A lot of spotters talking about rain here. They all are saying it is raining in turns 3 and 4. Unlike the last time we were at a super speed where it was raining in 1 and 2. This is 3 and 4. Unfortunately for Les Levy, NASCAR has not put a spotter in that corner either, so there is no rain, and so far these drivers look like they are able to negotiate the downpour that is happening right now on the speedway, despite the clear skies and the beautiful sunshine. All right, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and take a moment to do a little bit of turn it up. Whatever you do, crank up the volume, fill those ear holes that you have, and let's listen to some race cars go around this super speedway as Logan Helton sets a new fast lap at a 49.62. Well, so much for a solid turn it up. Big old crash happening during our turn it up session, and let's see if we can figure out what happened to bring out our second caution of the night. BK Anderson in the 32, getting in trouble through the tri-oval, and man, did it scatter the pack. Dave Hunt washes up into the 44. And it looks like a chain reaction from there on out. He rode on board with Logan Helton as he was caught up into that one. One last look at it here. So the field has been on and off of pit road with 26 laps to go. Still going to have one more pit stop to make. And Alan, if you're still here, Alan, this one's for you. I normally dedicate a cold beverage to a driver or a situation, but this one's going to go to Alan because Alan asked. All right, so as the field has slowly caught up to the pace car and everyone has made their pit stops and things like that, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Richard Sanchez makes his way off of pit road. Sanchez back on the lead lap. Lynn McNeese sitting on pit lane in the 84. Logan Helton had to burn his fast repair. He is multiple. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say multiple, but he is not on the lead lap. I think he's 1 or 2 laps down. Kind of hard to judge when all these pit stops are happening. Andrew Schroeder and Les Levy are out of the race. Back half of the field going to come down pit road, top off their fuel tanks. All right, I don't normally talk about what I do as a hobby. This is a hobby. I love doing it. Racing is my passion. I wish I could do more in the racing world. But what I do get to do, I have a GoPro camera and I put it on my race car in real life, and I record my races, then I edit them up. I make a nice little video. If you guys ever want to see what I actually drive like, well, you can find me on YouTube under KR Stolfus. It's pretty easy to find me. The only reason why I'm saying it is because I really like what I've been doing this season with my videos. I would like for your all's honest opinion. I trust you guys enough. I think you're all my friends. But if you go to my YouTube page, watch some of my most recent videos from 2022, and let me know what you think. Except for you, Les, I have a feeling that you won't like them as much as I do. But you will have constructive criticism because Ricky Bobby Foundation for the people who want to go really fast. It's a great place to go to learn how to go really fast. And I have been there, and I have gone really fast. Anyways, that is my plug. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Sorry, OP. Stealing your limelight, but I am kind of proud of the hard work I've been putting into my videos. Like, I'm proud of the work that we put into the broadcast. Proud of these drivers who put in a heck of a lot of work to be as good as they are. So, yeah. Anyways, here we go. Pace car down and away. Jeff Crosby Jr., Travis Elliott in the 51. Going to lead this field to the green flag with 24 laps to go. Our first caution for an incident wrapped up. Probably not going to be the last as they hit the restart zone. Green flag is out, and away we go once again. Oh, Miss Michelle, I absolutely want the kindergarten story. There's only one way, and I won't want that story. That's if I'm not doing this broadcast anymore because I am severely injured. We got to have this story. Field making its way onto the front stretch as they get up to full speed. 51 of Elliott trying to be out in front, stake his claim as the dominant race car here tonight. Hard to say that anyone has been dominant here. Handful of cars have been consistently in the top 5. We go on board with the 84 of Lynn McNeese. He has fallen back just a little bit here. And I do believe Lynn McNeese is in trouble of losing the draft. And he is going to be all by himself because of that. Les says that he's not out, just not on track, but I just saw across the ticker that said he was out. So, I think he's out. Mark Mann just turned the fastest lap of our race at a 49.59. The business starting to pick up. Everyone's starting to push a little bit harder. Starting to try and stay into the throttle a little bit longer. We're going to see how this all plays out. Mark Mann and the 95 of Jim Mayer, both Hall of Famers for OP Racing. Down to 21 laps to go. Travis Elliott and Hunter Reynolds still running side by side at the front of this field as they try to lead their respective lanes. Hunter Reynolds out the back, looking at Travis Elliott. Kind of just found myself just listening to the engine run in there. side by side, Hunter Reynolds and now Casey Gilchrist. Those two at the front of the field. Travis Elliott in the 51, tucked in behind the 26, and the 71 is Sean McCarron, tucked in behind the 013. Final pit stop about ready to start happening. Drivers going to take that pit lane entry as aggressive as they can. You can't go too fast. So Reynolds in the 26. Gonna peel off. No, I'm sorry. That is Peter DeBorgia. He got me on that one. That little rat thingy got me on that one. I thought that was Hunter Reynolds peeled off down in the pit road. It was Peter DeBorgia in his tribute paint scheme. So 6 cars have peeled off for pit road. As soon as the fuel window opened, Hunter Reynolds finding himself out in front with Casey Gilchrist in the 013, leading his lane as well. And oh boy, do we have the story of BK Anderson from kindergarten. It's finally been revealed. As Hunter Reynolds hits pit road, the 013 stays out, so too does the 51. And it is quite the story about BK. I gotta tell you what, I kind of almost want to pull this guy up and ask him what season we are in right now. Here comes another big pack of drivers onto pit road. This group here gonna stay out as long as they can. All right, so now down to just 7 race cars who have not hit pit road to work through this green flag pit stop cycle. Les Levy going to confuse BK Anderson even further as soon as he points out how many seasons there are in OP racing. Not to pit road. Here comes the rest of these drivers. Looking out the back of the John Boy Media, Gilchrist 013. Four tire stop for Casey Gilchrist. And the field goes flashing on by. Peter DeBorgia in the 40. one of the first cars on the pit road. And now that everyone has cycled through their pit stops, you can see how hitting pit lane first was a big advantage. So the 40 out in front. New fast lap of the race. That is a 5:10 of Richard Sanchez. Turned a 49.29. So as the laps wind down, the speeds are picking up. They are getting faster. Now they have decided to go 3 wide. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 on the top side. Peter DeBorgia in the 40 down on the bottom. Brian Wang, the lone Canadian, in second place for the moment as he is pushing on the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Couple of drivers turning the best lap of their race, maybe not the fastest lap of this race. They just turned their fastest lap of their race as the 63 of Logan Helton had to bail out of the throttle and get back below the yellow line. Helton remains off the lead lap. He's doing all he can to get back into this thing. He still has a shot. He is the only car in this race not on the lead lap. Logan Helton scored in 31st spot. Andrew Schroeder and Les Levy 32nd and 33rd. They are both out of this race. I'm sorry, Les Levy is not out of the race. He is still negotiating for tires. The NASCAR didn't bother to tell him they pulled his scorecard. So that makes it officially out of the race. But no one tell Les that, because otherwise he might give up negotiating tires. JD Crow in the 5, your new race leader. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, pushing on that back bumper. The 44 of Anthony English. The 05 of Brian Wang. And now we got Zach Fritsch jumping up to the outside to try and make something happen. Fritchie, high, wide, and handsome. Want to point out that we do have several drivers who live stream this each and every week, both on Monday night and Wednesday night. If you have the time, or if you'd like to check out someone else's opinion other than mine, I don't know why you would. I am such a wordsmith and racing genius. I know everything that's happening. Why would you go anywhere else? But if you'd like to go somewhere else, here's where our other live streams are for this league. If you do go there, make sure you tell them that KR says hi. Try and distract them, make them crash, do all kinds of stuff. That's just rude, but yeah, it's always a good time. All right, down to 8 laps to go when they cross the start-finish line. This time around, we are 3 wide racing. Alan Fritsch really cheering for the 12. And I don't know who's going to win this one. The 12 up on the top shelf. if this stays green to the end, it could go either way for these lanes. From time to time, that high side has the lead at the line. I've seen the middle lane leading at the start-finish line, and I have seen the bottom lane leading at the start-finish line. But JD Crow in the 5, he has got his nose in some clean air. And he is looking very stout right now. Through the trial and going to have 7 laps to go. Man, they are still 3 wide. They are still digging hard. Through turns 3 and 4. I don't know about you guys, but man, I don't know who's going to come away with this one. I don't know about you guys, but man, I'm just kind of enjoying watching this race. Sorry I hadn't talked right there, but found myself getting caught up and watching the race. It can happen. It can happen. Easy enough. The 5 of JD Crow, the 40 of Peter DeBorgia, and the 12 of Zach Fritsch, all leading the respective lanes that they are in. They are closing in quickly on the Culver's car. The 42 of Nate Warren drops down to the inside. Surprised the senior citizen was driving as fast as he is. I don't know about you, but every time I go into Culver's, it is full of outstanding senior citizens. And I feel like I am in the wrong place. I have never seen anything like it before. I don't understand. Maybe it's just my area. But if you guys have ever been to a Culver's, let me know what you think, because I have had quite the experience in my area with my Culver's. There's like 3 or 4 of them. Every time I go to one, I'm the youngest guy in the room, and I am not a spring chicken anymore. Look at that, 4 laps to go. All right, 3 laps to go. This race has been slowed down very little. So hold on to your hats, because I think we're about ready to pop the cork on this thing. Everyone has been holding back for just a moment, but now it is time to let it all hang out. You're either going to win or you're going to give a steering wheel to the car owner that is a wadded up version of a soda can. One car down and out of the way. That was the 77 of David Booth. He's now the first car 1 lap down. But Logan Helton and Nate Warren make quick work of him. 2 laps to go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If they can get around to the white flag, that is going to seal the deal. But keep in mind, we will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered if we need to. Down the back stretch, the 5 of JD Crow had the lead coming off of turn number 2, but the middle lane and now the outside lane has the momentum to their side, but JD Crow in the bottom lane gonna get that momentum off of turns 3 and 4. Here they come onto the front stretch. Will we get the white flag? 3 wide, trying to make it 4 wide. The 26 slides back down. White flag in the air. Final time around as they crash at the line. We are going to stay green. The white flag had just come out when they started crashing. BK Anderson was caught up in it. Casey Gilchrist. I believe Casey Gilchrist got caught up in it, but here they come down the backstretch. JD Crow in the 5 has the race lead. He's got some help. The 05 of Brian Wang has been committed to the back bumper of the 5. Off of turn number 4 onto the front stretch. Who's going to have the run? Who's going to have the momentum? JD Crow trying to run tight. Zach Fritz trying to crash them all. Here they come at the line, and JD Crow picks up the win here at Talladega for the Miller Ham Special. Let's take a look at our results for just a moment. As JD Crow goes through his cool down lap, Peter DeBorgia second, third place goes to Brian Wang, Anthony English fourth, fifth place Zach Fritch, Eric Lorian sixth, seventh Richard Sanchez, Richard Kuhn eighth, ninth David Hunt, Tyler Miller 10th, 11th Ernie Williams Jr., 12th Jay Mayer, Hunter Reynolds 13th, 14th Jimmy Reynolds. Well, how about that? Father and son finishing nose to tail. David Overstreet in 15th, 16th place going to Cody Nagels. 17th Andy Brigante, Jeff Crosby Jr. in 18th, 19th Mark Mann, Gabe Butler 20th, 21st Dude Conrad, Zach Workman 22nd, 23rd is Crosby Sr., BK Anderson 24th. I'm not sure if he knows what season it is, but it's a season for winning, and 24th spot's not going to get it done. Casey Gilchrist 25th, 26th Sean McCarron, Travis Elliott 27th, 28th Logan Helton, Nate Warren 29th, 30th David Booth, Lynn McNeese 31st, 32nd Andrew Schroeder, and Les Levy 33rd. As the 5 of JD Crow burns it down, let's go ahead and kick off our post-race interviews. And let's start by talking to our race winner. That is none other than the 5 of JD Crow and an outstanding run. JD, this is KR. How you doing, man?
Oh, wonderful, KR. How about yourself?
I'll tell you what, if I was doing any better, I would have won an OP race here on a Wednesday night.
How about that? You got any gas I can borrow to get back to the pit box?
No. But, man, I'll tell you what, last time you hit pit road was on lap 53. Bit of a stretch, but you made it work.
Yeah, we decided we were just going to, if a caution came out, it was going to come out. So we just went with the minimal amount of fuel we needed, got in quick, got out really well, and was able to put ourselves in a good spot.
Well, man, you did a great job here tonight. This 5 machine looked very fast from the get-go. Solid night all night long, inside the top 10 for almost the entire race. And then when it came down to it, you put that 5 into clean air and set sail.
Well, appreciate it. Yeah, we been a while since we raced with these guys on a regular basis on Wednesday night. We jumped in here. Don't have enough to make the chase, but we'll take the win. And looks like the team had a good finish, so we should have some good representation in the chase next week.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Congratulations on the race win. JD, as always, one of the more, we'll call him spokesman.
You sure you got the right guy?
No, I'm trying to say
Ambassador?
I had the word, and I've forgotten it.
Well,
Statesman. That's it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it was a good night. I want to thank all the guys down at jconcepts.net in Groveland, Florida for putting the colors on the car. Peter DeBorgia for putting the scheme together for us. Gabe, Eric, Peter, Brian, all the guys in the chat box tonight for working together on a great race. All the admins at OP for doing what they do and putting up with us week in and week out to continue to have great races. All the racers, it was a really solid race tonight. Pit stops were crowded, but everybody seemed like they came through it pretty good. And, you guys for broadcasting this for all of our fans and friends and not so friendly friends to be able to watch and see what we do.
All right, JD, once again, congratulations, man. Nice job out there tonight.
Thank you, KR. Have a great evening.
All right, there you have it. Our race winner, the 5 of JD Crow, absolutely putting it to him here tonight. But now let's move on to the driver who finished in second place and the driver who threw me for a loop because of his paint scheme. That is none other than the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. Peter, how you doing, bud?
I'm fine. My crew's not doing great though because they got to push my car back from turn 1 back to pit road because I'm out of gas.
I believe that's the theme going on right now.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to get all of our guys out front there for Eric. I mean, that was our goal, was to escort the 071 to the playoffs of the promised land. And we got him on the bottom third car in line and felt like we had some bodyguards around him to kind of protect him in case something bad happened. And our best chance of getting to the front was going to be pitting that lap early. And that was definitely the difference. And even if it didn't go green the rest of the way, I think if we had gotten a caution and could shut our motors off for 3 or 4 laps there, it would have given us a green-white checkered. But no, just hats off to him. He's been working hard all season and just had some bad luck. So I'm glad he gets to join the other 15 of us in the playoffs this season.
Well, Peter, this 40, I got to tell you, it tripped me up here tonight. You peeled off for pit road, and yeah, I called it as Hunter Reynolds hitting pit road.
That means I guess I did a good enough job with the scheme that it was that mistakable. But
no, I was just far enough away.
For 80% of the race, it was really easy to tell that it wasn't Hunter Reynolds because I was so far away from the lead. So that was probably pretty easy to figure out what was going on there. But before that last green flag stop, we were starting to make some moves up there, and I still don't know what happened in that big wreck on lap 45 or whatever. I just know we were in the third lane and pushing up there and trying to get clear and help Logan maybe get his lap back the hard way or something like that. And then he went back to the middle, and I was like, all right, fine, I'm going to go up here and get some track position, I guess. And then everyone was sideways in front of me. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. But after that, it was more of a, all right, well, I got to pit with Eric. So I don't want to pit 20 cars behind him. So let me get some track position here. And yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw you the curveball. I guess I was close enough to the front that it was, well, I mean, that's a pretty flattering comment, though, to get mistaken for that guy.
I would like to think I'm pretty good at knowing what's going on, but yeah, that one got through. That one got through. All right, man. Yeah, well, hey, first of all, well, not first of all, but before we let you go, tell us a little bit about Extra Life and the paint schemes that you're running.
Oh, well, this season I'm running just a bunch of great iconic OP schemes. It doesn't necessarily need to be from like Monday drivers and Monday cars. I've got, plenty of trucks that I've been doing too, because that's how this series rotates around. I got 3 trucks coming up for the first round of the playoffs too. So be sure to check those out. But Extra Life is an awesome nonprofit that lets gamers stream and try and raise funds for their preferred Children's Miracle Network hospital. And I happen to live a half an hour from one of the most renowned hospitals in the world at Johns Hopkins Children's Center. So all the funds that I raise go right there. I like making paint schemes, so this is a fun way to pay tribute to OP guys, but also advertise the charity and good cause that way too. And at the same time, maybe it encourages some other people to try and sign up and do the same thing. And whether the money is going through my charity channel or somebody else wants to start and create theirs and stream and raise money, I don't care, man. This is a hobby. This is fun for me. I don't need to make money making paint schemes. I'd rather use my hobby to help a good cause like that.
All right, man. Well, nice job. You bring it home in second place here tonight. So congratulations on that.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks so much.
That is the 40 of Peter DeBorgia, who brings it home in second place here tonight. Now let's move on to our third and final podium finishing driver. And that is none other than the lone Canadian in this group. That is Brian Wang. Brian, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Man, I'll tell you what, I have been dying for this moment to get to interview you.
How come?
Well, Brian, you're America's top hat. We gotta know. All right, man. Well, nice job here tonight. You bring it home in third place. Tell us about your race, how you saw it out your windshield.
Yeah, it was a pretty calm race at first, but then things started getting sketchy at the front, and you could see that they almost wrecked a couple times, I believe. And yeah, after that, it was just about surviving until the stage break at lap 35 after the first pit stop. And yeah, we knew that some wrecks were going to happen, so I was just trying to play it cautious and stay at the back of the front pack.
Well, man, I think you had a heck of a race car here tonight. Brian, you bring it home in third place, but that 05 tucked in behind the 5 of JD Crow towards the end of this run, towards the end of this race. And it seemed like it was going to take an act of God to separate you from that back bumper.
Yeah, I was not going to stop pushing him and try to get Peter down. I was just trying as hard as I can to keep him in front of me, and even if a gap opened up on the high side, I knew that staying behind JD would be the best result for the team.
All right, Brian. Well, this was your first start here in season 9, but I know you've ran with a OP a few times before. So where you been? What have you been up to?
Just took a break from iRacing, really, and yeah, returned like a month ago, and I haven't really raced OP, but yeah, it's great to be back like this.
All right, man. Well, I was super excited to see you once again, and then I was super excited to get to talk to you in a post-race interview. So, Brian, before we let you go, shout-outs, thank yous, I love yous, anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, big shout-out for everyone at OP, everyone that manages the league. Shout out to you, of course, for the broadcast, and shout out to everyone that we ran with tonight. Everyone at Bootnaka, yeah, everyone we ran with tonight. Nate, Dude, Gabe, Eric, Peter, and JD, and I.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Once again, congratulations on third place. And I do hope to see you a couple more races here for season 9 on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'll try to catch the next few races.
All right, there you have it. That is Brian Wang in our final spot on the podium. Thank you very much, Brian, for taking the time to talk to us. It was a long wait for him. I don't think everyone realizes how long of a wait that was. Actually, maybe we do. because we all waited that long as well. Anyways, that is going to do it for us here tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you all enjoyed the show. If you haven't done so yet, please hit the thumbs up for the drivers. Let them know that you were here. Let them know that you appreciated the race. And until next week, y'all stay safe. Have a good night.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.